All right, so welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's A. Dubbington. Right now I'm streaming. If you don't know, come over and join my live stream on twitch.com. It's mainly just me and my homeboys, but if you'd like to come see, please come over and see. There's a glitch going around in Dune right now where people's bases are getting deleted or, you know, taken down, basically, without them wanting to have them taken down. So I wanted to show off my base build. Sorry, let me turn the game down, volume down a little bit. I wanted to show off my base build before it potentially got deleted. So, here we go. So, this is my base build. I'm extremely proud of it. I built it 4 different times. This is the main base up here. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this off. Actually, I don't know. We're just going to keep it on. I don't know how to turn off the UI. It's F12 and I unbound that. This is my main base up here. So it's named Squidward because it kind of looks like Squidward's head. If you're looking from the side. This is a garage that I just recently built. So disregard this right now. I'll give you a brief tour of that, but that's not finished yet. But this is the main base that I wanted to show off. One for myself so that if something happens and it gets deleted, I can make this again. But also, I've spent endless hours on YouTube watching people's base builds. And I haven't seen anyone do my base build yet or something similar, so I just wanted to show it off. So I call it Squidward. Everything that I do in this game is very lore representative. I don't know why, I'm really into the lore. So my character is Ixian, so I didn't want to have my base look like Atreides. I didn't want to have my base look like Harkonnen. I wanted it to look like an Ixian. So I asked ChatGPT a whole bunch of questions about what an Ixian base would look like, and they said it would be a mixture of black and cement. So that's why you see this design here. So sorry I'm going slow, but here we go. So as you can see, it's a mixture of cement and black all across with my pentashields on the side and in the back here. Again, this name is Squidward because the back of this looks like Squidward's head. All right, so that's the outside. Let's go on the inside. Let me give you a brief tour of the inside real fast. So this is my hangar. Or I don't know if you call it hangar, but it's my landing pad. I call it my guest parking. But that's my guest parking right there. We'll put this guy away real fast so that we can get a full view. I built it here because I wanted to have a view of the Haga Rift. To me, this is the best view in the whole game. So I can see all the way to the end of the map right there. That's where I leave to go to wherever I need to go to. That's another base over there. Shout out to this guy. I'll go show you his base after this. I love the way he built that base. But I wanted to have a view of the Haga Rift. This looks beautiful at nighttime. You can also see the anvil from here, which is really nice. Before they patched it, I would drive over there to get flower sand. And I also wanted to be really close to this outpost because I'm a solo player, so I wanted to be involved with the Lancerad, and that's where you turn in the Lancerad for Atreides. So I wanted to be as close as possible without being right on top of it. And I believe this is, I don't think it's as close as you can get, but it's pretty damn close to that base over there. So anyways, this is my landing pad here. Nothing too crazy. We got our mule here. Really not sure why I put that there. I just thought it looked nice. And this is the main entrance to the base. So as you can see here, it's black and cement. I wanted to use both Harkonnen and Atreides because I didn't really want to be tied to just one. I wanted it to look more unique. So that's the front entrance. But before we go down the front entrance, I want to show you, this is the runway. Not a lot of lights here. Sorry, a little dark. To my overview. So this is my overview here. This is like a little BK lounge, if you will. I made sure I built this. This is how intricate I built this. I made it so that whenever you sit down on this, you see that little text that just popped up right here? So technically I'm on the eastern shield wall everywhere else but right here. So as soon as you go right here, it changes. Jabal Efrit Al Garb. Basically, this is Haga Rift, slaver territory. So I know that's super nitpicky, but that's something I rebuilt this 3 times just so that happened, because getting the structure down, or the what's it called? What is this thing called? Getting the structure right so that I could overhang right here was really important. So I'll bring you back. Hopefully it turns to nighttime. What time is it right now? It is not nighttime, but maybe it'll turn to nighttime by the time we're done with this base build, or base preview. I'm sorry. But this is the entrance here. I added a few pillars just to make it look nice. But that's the entrance. Now, this is the entrance to the main base. Before we go in, sorry to give you guys blue balls still. I want to show you up here because this is actually where I hold all of my power and water. So I have these hidden doors up here with lots and lots of water storage. Lots and lots of, well, not very much on this side, but this took me a very long time to place these this way. But these are my power generators that take up a lot of space, and frankly, they just look really ugly if they're anywhere else in the base. So I have them hidden up here in this top part of the base, so you can't even notice them. So I just want to show you that part. All right, so now that we got the boring part out of the way, this is the front entrance. So got the Harkonnen door. I always keep this open to anyone, so if anyone ever wants to come in, they can. I feel like, why would I put this much use in if no one can't see it? They can't technically steal anything, so excuse me, can we open up? And this is my main base, so, or my only base, I guess. So you come in here. We got a lot of Atreides decorations in the front. You got the windows right there. Water everywhere. Again, this is supposed to feel like a luxurious hotel, so anywhere you go, you're able to drink water. We got our palm trees right there. A couple benches here if you want to sit down and just chill while you're waiting. More water, more water, more water, more water. Let's first go upstairs so I can show you guys this little upstairs area, and then we'll go into the different rooms. So if you go upstairs here, on the left we have the repair station. On the right we have the recycler. I probably use these more than anything else in my base, I feel like, so I wanted to have these be in the front entrance. Again, water, showing off the Atreides right here. So that's the upstairs. It's basically a 1-floor base. That's the only thing that's upstairs. So let's go to the left first. This is the first parking garage here. This is kind of like the water room. But typically this is where I'll park one of my helicopters or ornithopters. So we have our Fremen Death Stills here. I could upgrade to the next ones, but honestly, I don't use these as much as I really need to. I kind of went to passive water. But that's what these are for here. So we have 2 Fremen Death Stills. This is my water storage, so anything water related. This is my storage for my ornithopter. Typically, this is the only garage that I use. So fuel cells, stuff like that. Not sure how plastinium ingot got in here, but we'll move that later. On the left side, this used to be used for my gear, but right now it's just like things it's like miscellaneous things like food, basically stuff I don't have a place for is what this is used for. Again, water everywhere. On the right side, just built this, very proud of it. Spice refinery. I don't have very much spice. I haven't been in the deep desert yet, but when I do, I want to make sure that that's there and ready. And keep in mind, I have all this stuff powered on. That took a long time to do. But that's a spice refinery right there. And then we have my subfief right here. So if you're watching this, it's after the update, so you can see, look how efficient my power is. I'm at 97% power. That's almost the most proud thing the thing I'm most proud of. Water storage, right now I'm only at about 352. I'm not using that much water currently, but I think I might need to scale once I get into tier 6. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't really gone there yet. I've really been enjoying Haga Basin, and I don't want to... I've heard a lot of stories of people going to the deep desert and getting kind of burnt out and not wanting to play the game. So right now I'm just kind of liking playing in Haga Basin and playing at my own speed. Storage, lots of storage. I got to go pay my taxes. But yeah, the name of the base is Squidward. So that's a subfief. One thing I wanted to make sure in this build was I wanted to have lots of lights. I feel like whenever I built a base, I bought this new OLED monitor. I know you guys probably can't tell when you're watching, but I bought this new OLED monitor and everything's super dark on it when it's dark. So I put, of course, there's a sandstorm right in the middle. But I want to have a lot of light. So anyways, let's go to the right. Same exact thing here, basically. Just another hangar for another one of my scouts. And here we have this storage for like secondary things. This is for my schematics. And this is if I do get any raw materials, they go in here. Let me turn down the music a little bit because I don't want you guys to hear the storm coming. In here we have all of our fabricators. We have all of our fabricators. So we have the survival fab. We have the weapons fab. I'll get the advanced ones eventually, but right now this is all I have. The garment fab, excuse me. Excuse me. And the first fabricator. So this is kind of like the fabricator room. I wanted to make sure both of these were big enough for the scout. Let's go back here to these 2 rooms. So we have perfect use for these type of doors. I love these doors, but I never know where to use them. just built this too. Very proud of it. Medium chemical refinery. I was glad it fit in there as well. This is the storage for it. So I have all my circuits set up. So basically everything from here goes into here. Whole bunch of random stuff in here. And in this one is where all my raw materials get turned into. So all my ingots and stuff get saved here. Of course, water everywhere because this is a luxury hotel. And this is my office. I wanted to build some type of like personal area where I can log my character out in. And yes, this is kind of Atreides inspired. Obviously, I have like pictures on the walls and Atreides statues and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But realistically, the Harkonnen don't really have the best like decoration, so I didn't really have any other way to decorate it, even though I'm not technically, I want to consider myself Ixian. Hopefully they bring out that faction later. That'd be cool. But this is my office. Got some books, got some drinks. We got some things we're looking at here. We're plotting on our next whatever the hell we're doing. Bookcase behind me. And these are my like personal things. So this is like my still suits. Those are my heavy armor. These are my light armor. I don't wear a lot of light armor. And on this side, these are my weapons. So a few weapons I'm saving here. These are my swords. These are, those type of things. So that is the office. Of course, we're going to get hit with the storm. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. Okay, should be gone now. All right. Anyways, let's get back to the tour now that the storm's gone. So that is basically my base. I wanted to show you guys a few extra things that no one really wants or needs to know. But if you destroy this right here, you can see I have down here more of these generators because I didn't know where to put them. So little Anne Frank moment there, if you will. Let's build that back real fast. There we go. But yeah, that's what I have hidden away there. But I wanted to show you my garage because it's not done yet, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what's going on in here. Let's go out the front door so I can give you the full frontal view of this thing. So kind of a weird place to build on. You can't really drive up here, but believe it or not, a buggy can reach it up here. So this is the way I drive up to my buggy, and this is the entrance. So I haven't finished the back side of this, but the front's pretty much done. But this is the front side to the garage. Nothing crazy. Little overhang. Big drive up. And a big pent shield. We have our bike right in here. Atreides style bike, I believe. Or, I mean, not Harkonnen style bike. I have 2 buggies. This one is mainly, I believe this is all tier 5. Yeah, all tier 5. And this was my first buggy, so I kept this here mainly just for decoration. But, again, water everywhere because we rich. Love that light there. This is like the only light I had left. And then you make this left, and this takes you up to our assault ornithopter storage. The main reason I built this garage was, first I built it for the buggy, but then I realized if I'm going to have an assault ornithopter, I needed to have this much space, which I kind of hate. I kind of really didn't want this here, but you needed it. So anyways, this is the storage. It fits in perfect. If you can tell, that's the front. This is the back. It just barely fits, but it does fit. There's no clipping, and I'm very proud of that. We got our vehicles fab down here in case we want to build some more. And this is our main storage for, I just run by these whenever I come back and I hit F, 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 F. And it drops off anything that's in my inventory at the time. And I mainly use this from my buggy. So I'll go and I'll farm a whole bunch of stuff for my buggy. I'll put the stuff in here, and then up there is where we'll fabricate it. But that's basically it for the garage. Oh yeah, let me show you this entrance as well. So obviously, like I showed you, you can come in that way if you want to go in the vehicle way, or I made this little entrance here for foot traffic. I'll probably never enter on foot, but I just wanted to make it anyways. But that's the entrance there. Now this is the under construction part here. I haven't finished this yet, but I intend to make this kind of like a walkway type of an area where I will be upgrading these to whatever. What are these things called? I just unlocked them. These big ass things here. So I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these. Whoa. Making a whole bunch of those like here, and here. And they'll be set up so that if I run down this pathway, I can go here, fill it up, 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 just for efficiency. But I want it to look nice. And they're all going to be enclosed with walls with just a little slit so that the air can get out, but you don't see them. I don't like how you can see those, but that's not finished yet. But that's my base. That's where, you know what, let's give you a little tour in the Assault, because why not? I never really drive this thing. But just to give you one more overview from the outside, I'm super duper proud of this. It took me a really long time to make this. And if something happens where this base gets deleted, I wanted to have proof that I had built this at one point. So I'll give you one more 360 from the outside. I love how it's symmetrical up here. It's only using 3 staking units, believe it or not. But we'll give you one more 360, the back of Squidward's head. I hate that I have those pillars there. I had to use those pillars there. And the garage. And again, the garage isn't finished. We're going to figure out how to make that look better. I'm not sold on the outside look of it, but the inside layout's pretty much set in stone. But let's go ahead and park this behemoth of a ornithopter right here. And that's it. So thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Anyways, later. Peace.